Exclusive. Output of Apple iPhones at major China plant could fall 30% amid COVID curbs. Reuters. Production of Apple Inks less than href equals https www.reuters.com/companies/apple.o target equals _ greater than AAPL O less than a greater than iPhones could slump by as much as 30% at one of the world's biggest factories next month due to tightening COVID-19 curbs in China. A person with direct Taipei, October 31. Reuters. Production of Apple Inks AAPL O iPhones could slump by as much as 30% at one of the world's biggest factories next month due to tightening COVID-19 curbs in China. A per +3264 chars. Rumor roundup. WWE returns. Former CM Punk plans. Mike Tyson. More cage-side seats. The latest rumors, including talk of more WWE returns in the women's division. Some previous plans AEW had for CM Punk. And more. Speculating on the rumors surrounding pro wrestling is a favored pastime of many fans. Perhaps second only to actually watching the matches. In this daily column, we take a look at the latest rumors. +1317 chars. Mexican survivor of Seoul Halloween crush feared she'd die in Itaewon. The Washington Post. Juliana Velandia Santaella was trapped in an Itaewon alley. With only her head above piles of people. She felt like her lungs were being flattened. Comment on this story. Juliana Velandia Santaella took a photo of young women dressed up as bananas. A hot dog and French fries on the streets of Itaewon at 10:08 p.m. Saturday night. Then she decide. +4080 chars. Walking Dead syndrome and other rare conditions that baffle doctors and researchers. Fox News. Here are 3 strange and rare medical conditions that baffle doctors. Along with case studies. Walking Dead syndrome, Alice in Wonderland syndrome and foreign accent syndrome. Rare and odd medical syndromes are hard for many people to understand and are often hard to treat. According to medical experts. Read on to learn more about 3 unusual and baffling disorders. +7190 chars. Astronaut on the ISS captures image of dazzling blue spheres floating above Earth. BGR. An astronaut aboard the ISS captured an image of mysterious blue spheres in the sky last year. But they not as mysterious as you think. An astronaut on the International Space Station captured mysterious blue spheres in the sky last year. NASA's Earth Observatory shared the photo last year. As well. Shortly after it was taken. The pH. +2248 chars. Michigan State suspends 4 players while police investigate unacceptable scuffle after a Michigan State football game. CNN. Michigan State University has suspended 4 players while school police jointly investigate with University of Michigan police after a scuffle in a stadium tunnel after the No. 4 Michigan Wolverines defeated the unranked Michigan State Spartans 29-7 on Satur. 4 Michigan State University football players have been suspended while school police investigate a scuffle in a stadium tunnel after the No. 4 University of Michigan Wolverines defeated the unranked +3204 chars. AMD Radeon RX 7900 graphics card has been pictured. 2 8-pin power connectors confirmed. Videocards.com. AMD Radeon 7900 pictured. The pictures were posted by @9550 Pro, who claims to have them from a closed QQ chat group. The card is clearly a prototype, with red board design and voltage contact points in some places. What is clear though is that this design match. The pictures were posted by @9550 Pro, who claims to have them from a closed QQ chat group. The card is clearly a prototype, with red board design and voltage contact points in some places. What is C plus 1063 chars? Here's how the midterms will affect the stock market. Fox Business. As fears of a U.S. recession continue to grow, many Americans are afraid that the upcoming midterm election will create too much volatility to the market. In the coming days, voters across the nation will decide which party controls the legislative branch of government and several gubernatorial seats, regardless of who holds onto or gains power from. Plus 5446 chars. Could Harry and Meghan be stripped of titles after memoir release? Today Show Australia. Today. Subscribe right finger http .9soc.al/L72050GJsG. New reports this morning King Charles III could strip the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Russia rains missiles on Kyiv. Other cities after pulling out of grain deal. Reuters. Blasts were heard in Kyiv on Monday and Ukrainian authorities reported Russian missile strikes around the country, after Moscow blamed Kyiv for an attack on its Black Sea fleet and pulled out of a deal to allow Ukrainian grain shipments. Kyiv. October 31. Reuters. Blasts were heard in Kyiv on Monday and Ukrainian authorities reported Russian missile strikes around the country, after Moscow blamed Kyiv for an attack on its Black Sea fleet. Plus 3113 chars. Shocking study finds nose-picking could increase risk for Alzheimer's and dementia. SciTech Daily. In new research, Griffith University scientists have demonstrated that a bacteria can travel through the olfactory nerve in the nose and into the brain in mice, where it creates markers that are a telltale sign of Alzheimer's disease. The study revealed that, by Griffith University October 30, 2022, bacteria can travel through the olfactory nerve in the nose and into the brain in mice, where it creates markers that are a telltale sign of Alzheimer's disease. Plus 4130 chars. Traces of ancient ocean discovered on Mars. This means a higher potential for life. SciTech Daily. New evidence for an ancient northern ocean on Mars has been uncovered in a recently released set of topography maps. These maps offer the strongest case yet that the planet once experienced sea level rise consistent with an extended warm and wet climate, which, by Penn State University October 30, 2022, stitched together from 28 images. This view from NASA's Curiosity Mars rover was captured after the rover ascended the steep slope of a geologic feature called plus 6986 chars. NFL Week 8 grades. Broncos get an A for saving their season in London. Bills get a B for Sunday night win. CBS Sports. Here are the Week 8 grades for every team that played on Sunday. Maybe the Broncos should consider moving all of their games to London. Through the first 7 weeks of the season, the Broncos' offense has mostly looked helpless. But that changed on Sunday in Eng. Plus 4872 Chars. Samsung Galaxy S22 is now getting stable Android 13 update in the US, Sam Mobile, Samsung News. Last week, Samsung released the stable Android 13 update to the Galaxy S22. However, the update was limited to Asian. Last week, Samsung released the stable Android 13 update to the Galaxy S22. However, the update was limited to Asian and European countries. A few days later, the stable update also reached the carry. Plus 2452 Chars. China's factory activity drops. Bogged down by more COVID controls. CNBC. China's factory activity declined in October due to frequent COVID outbreaks. The National Bureau of Statistics said Monday. China's factory activity declined in October. Official data showed Monday, pictured here on October 27, 2022. In Jiangsu Province is an aluminum products company. Beijing, China's factory activity fell. Plus 1917 Chars. Best Halloween Movies on Netflix 2022. The 10 Best New Release Horrors on Netflix 2022. The Scotsman. These 10 highly rated Netflix horror come certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes and are jam-packed with jump scares to enjoy. You and friends get a real scare. We are just over 48 hours from Away Halloween, and Netflix have been loading up the platform with a host of terrifying horror films that are guaranteed to make you jump out of your skin. New horror. Plus 1779 Chars. Lula wins Brazilian election. Bolsonaro has not conceded. Reuters Canada. Brazilian leftist leader Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva narrowly defeated President Jair Bolsonaro in a runoff election. But the far-right incumbent did not concede defeat on Sunday night, raising concerns that he might contest the result. São Paulo, Brasília. October 31. Reuters. Brazilian leftist leader Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva narrowly defeated President Jair Bolsonaro in a runoff election. But the far-right incumbent did not concede. Plus 3954 Chars. RSV, flu and COVID could result in triple-demic. Some experts say. Gainesville Sun. Hospitals are reporting a rare increase in the number of small children becoming infected with a common respiratory illness akin to the common cold. A respiratory virus is surging across Florida and other parts of the country, causing health experts to warn of a potential triple-demic during the next several months. Some hospitals are reporting plus 5859 Chars. A dormant volcano is waking up after sleeping for more than 800 years. BGR. Scientists discovered that a dormant volcano may be waking up after sleeping near a peaceful town for over 800 years. An ancient and dormant volcano is waking up after nearly 800 years. The volcano, known as Mt. Edgecombe, is found just 15 miles west of Sitka, Alaska. Scientists believe that the massive volcano has plus 2387 Chars. Commanders W.R. Malloran plays key role in comeback victory. ESPN. Washington veteran wide receiver Terry McLaurin, an Indianapolis native playing in front of family and friends, keyed the late rally on Sunday, as the Commanders defeated the Colts to push their winning streak to 3 games. Indianapolis, as the ball floated to Terry McLaurin. There were 70 family members and friends in the stands who knew what would happen. They'd seen it before. In this stadium, there were 52 Washi plus 4520 Chars. The Valiant Review. IGN. The Valiant reviewed on PC by Luke Riley. The Valiant is a serviceable, squad-based RTS that serves up some usually well-balanced sword-clanging action for null. Elon Musk considers making verification a Twitter Blue perk. Engadget. With Elon in charge, Twitter is planning to boost the price of its Blue subscription from $5 to $20 per month and make it mandatory for verified users. With Elon Musk in charge, Twitter is planning to boost the price of its Blue subscription plan from $5 to $20 per month and make it mandatory for verified users. According to platformers Casey Newton, plus 1738 Chars. Ananya screams, Sambal Ki, as paparazzo takes a tumble outside her B-Day venue, Hindustan Times. All from Aryan Khan, Shania Kapoor, Navya Novelli Nanda and Siddhant Chaturvedi attended Ananya Pandey's birthday dinner at a restaurant. On Sunday, Bollywood. Ananya Pandey celebrated her 24th birthday on Sunday. After ringing in the birthday celebrations with her friends at midnight at a Halloween party on Saturday, Ananya hosted a birthday dinner with Th. plus 1747 Chars. Exclusive. Output of Apple iPhones at major China plant could fall 30% amid COVID curbs. Reuters. Production of Apple Inc.'s less than href equals https www.reuters.com/companies/apple.o target equals _ greater than AAPL O less than a greater than iPhones could slump by as much as 30% at one of the world's biggest factories next month due to tightening COVID-19 curbs in China. A person with direct. Taipei. October 31. Reuters. Production of Apple Inc.'s AAPL O iPhones could slump by as much as 30% at one of the world's biggest factories next month due to tightening COVID-19 curbs in China. A per. Plus 3264 Chars. Breast cancer patients who respond well to pre-surgical treatment may be able to skip surgery. Study. Fox News. New research from the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center indicates that some patients diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer may be able to skip surgery and receive radiation. Patients diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer who had a good response to targeted cancer treatment prior to surgery, otherwise known as adjuvant therapy, may be able to skip surgery and receive rad. plus 6139 Chars. A skyscraper-sized, potentially hazardous, asteroid will zip through Earth's orbit on Halloween. Space.com. The asteroid's upper size estimate is just short of the world's tallest building. A newly discovered, potentially hazardous, asteroid almost the size of the world's tallest skyscraper is set to tumble past Earth just in time for Halloween. According to NASA, the asteroid, call plus 4324 Chars. Nuggets vs. Lakers. NBA game recap. October 30, 2022. ESPN. Visit ESPN for the game recap of the Denver Nuggets vs. Los Angeles Lakers NBA basketball game on October 30, 2022. Los Angeles, LeBron James scored 26 points and Anthony Davis added 23 to help the Los Angeles Lakers to their first win of the season with a 121-110 victory over the Denver Nuggets on Sunday night. Plus 3567 Chars. Streamer who broke back at TwitchCon shows off scar. Details recovery. Kotaku. A casual jump into a foam pit has been a life-changing experience for Adriana Chechik. Adriana Chechik, who made headlines earlier this month after she broke her back in 2 places at TwitchCon, has returned to streaming with some updates and a close look at how her recovery has been going. Plus 1572 Chars.